Welcome to Hoops Roundup with your host, Randy Silver. We're diving into FIBA World Cup Quarterfinals Day 2 recap for you today. We've been diving into the games every day, so welcome back if you're here for the recap. If you're new, we're going to give you all the information, box score, summaries, analysis, reactions that you need to know. Today's games were Germany, Latvia, Canada, Slovenia for semifinals number 2. Yesterday was USA versus Italy. USA won that game. And the other game was Lithuania versus Serbia. Serbia won that game. So who's playing them in the semifinals? You'll find out here. We're going to go over the box scores, game summaries, preview next games, knockout rounds, and everything you need to know. So let's dive into it for you. Germany beat Latvia in a thrilling game, 81-79. Canada beat Slovenia, 189. So moving forward into the next games, you'll see that USA played Germany. They played in a preview game, a preseason game before the FIBA World Cup, and a scrimmage. USA won that game, but it was really close. Germany played them the best of any preseason game that they did. So this will be amazing, and we're going to preview it for you. And then you have Serbia versus Canada. Canada, the powerhouse from North America, first time going this far in the tournament in 2 decades against the European powerhouse Serbia. No, they do not have Nikola Jokovic. So let's dive into today's games. First, let's start with Germany versus Latvia. German roster, just so you can see the team. They have people playing throughout Europe, Munich, Milan in Italy, so Germany. And then, of course, they have players in the NBA. They got Magic with Wagner. They got Theis on the Pacers. Wagner, his brother, is also in the Magic. Schroeder has been killing it this tournament. He's on the Raptors, was on the Lakers. So they have a pretty well-rounded team. If you look at their leaders in the tournament, points per game is Schroeder with 18, and then Wagner brothers leading up second. Rebounds, Wagner at the top, France, and then assists, Schroeder. And then top performers by efficiency, Schroeder and both Wagners. So out there being extremely efficient, successful, and you can see some of the box scores here. As a collective team, they're shooting 50%. From 2, 61%, from 3, 38%. So they're really doing a great job in this tournament and playing as a team. For Latvia, they have some players throughout Europe. They have a couple players in the NBA. Bertens on the Thunder. They have a couple other players who used to be in the NBA are not there. Now they're just mainly in Europe. When we look at their overview, top scorer is Zagars with 14.2, then Bertens with 14, rebounds, Cruz with 6.8, and Zagars with 6 assists, and then overall efficiency 16.5. Grazulis is winning, and then Zagars is at 16. So they also are pretty well-rounded when we look at their efficiency and shooting percentage, 61% from 2, 39% from 3, basically the same as Germany. So this was a very close, well-rounded game. And that's how we got to the score of 81-79. Latvia was up 16-13 after the first quarter. After the second quarter, where Germany was +5 margin, they went up at the half at 2. Third quarter, Germany outscored them by 1 point. So now they're up 1. In the fourth quarter, Latvia outscored them by 1. But, hey, they were down 3 points going into the quarter. Only scored 1 more, meaning Latvia lose by 2. Wagner was the top performer for Germany with a +22 efficiency, while Zagars was a +24 efficiency, 24 points versus 16 points. Pretty good scoring by them. When we look at the team summaries for you, at the end of the first quarter, as we talked about, it was really close. You can see the game stayed really close, as we talked about. Germany took a decent lead in the beginning of the fourth quarter, up 11 points. Latvia made a really nice comeback, 4 minutes left in the game, only down 5. With 1:33 left in the game, still down 5. Down 4 with 49 seconds left. Down 2 with 30 seconds to go, but could not pull it out. And Germany take the win. How did they get the win? When it came to points off for turnovers, Germany had 13. Latvia had 0. One more time. 0 points off for turnovers. That is wild to think about. They were able to create 10 turnovers, but points up from turnovers was 0. Not good enough. You need to be able to score when you get those turnovers. Fast break points 2 to 12. Even if it's not a turnover, say it's a quick transition play off of a missed shot, you need to get up and down the court. They were not able to do that. Second chance points, Germany had 20. Latvia had 8. points in the paint, 36 to 28. And probably the most telling stat, points from the bench, 44 from Germany, 6 from Latvia. So their starters had to do it all for Latvia, and they could not come through. That's extremely tough. When we look at shooting, overall, Latvia shot the ball better, but when you give up that many points from the bench, points off turnovers, you're not getting the same, it's going to be tough to win those games. When we look at the box score across the board, we look at some of those players we keyed in before the game. Theis with 9 points, Wagner with 16, Schroeder with 9, Alps with 13. So a little bit well-rounded there. When we look at Latvia, points-wise, when we look at their non-starters, 4 points, 2 points, 0, 0, 0 points. Starter, 20 points, 14 points, 24 points. So great for the starters. Latvia just needed more depth. And obviously, throughout the game, when your bench is not giving you a lot and your starters are playing a lot of minutes, 33 minutes, 32 minutes, 32 minutes, and this is late in the tournament, tired legs would be tough to come back and win. We can see for Germany, only one player played 30 minutes, Schroeder. Everyone else sub a little bit above 20, which makes them more effective later in the game. So this is where Germany now goes on to face the United States, and we'll preview that after we go through the Canada versus Slovenia game. Canada, not a surprise team in terms of the talent they have, but they haven't been this good on the national stage in a while, so surprise in that sense. Most of their team is in the U.S. You got Dort with Thunder, Alexander Walker and the Wolves, Thunder, Gilx Alexander, who has probably been a top 3 player in this tournament. And then, of course, the people love to hate or hate to love, Dylan Brooks on the Rockets now. And we call him out because he got ejected in this game. He got ejected. Who else also got ejected? Slovenia star Luka Doncic, on the Mavs, future MVP of the league, if he can keep his mind right. When we look at the roster of Slovenia, he's the only one currently, it looks like, in the NBA. Most are playing throughout Europe. Overview, you're going to see stats. By far, Doncic has been the best player for Slovenia. Going to be in the all World Cup team. 26 plus 0.7 efficiency. 26 points a game. Unreal on the World Cup stage. 6 assists and 6 blocks. When we do the same thing for Canada, you're going to see Alexander plus 30 efficiency for the team. Averaging 25 a game. 7 rebounds and 5 assists. At the point guard, leading the team in assists. Is impressive. Olenek, RJ Barrett have done well for them as well. So when we look at the game, 100-89, Canada beat Slovenia. Canada came out hot, started the game fast, strong, pushing the ball, went into the end of the first quarter up 2 points. In the second quarter, Slovenia ended the quarter a +2 margin, meaning we went into halftime tied. Canada made some really good halftime adjustments. We were able to come out in the third quarter, 30 to 21 spots, another +9. And then in the fourth quarter, Slovenia was not able to make it up. +2 margin for Canada. That's how you win by 11, 100-89. When we show you the top performers, Alexander, a +40 efficiency, unreal, 31 points, 10 rebounds, just an unreal after summertime. Unreal performance by him. Put the team on your back, get them to the semifinals. Prepelic, 22 points, 5 rebounds for Slovenia. Team comparison, as we talked about, tied at halftime, and Canada came out. What helped them was points in the paint, +6. They had 32 of the Slovenia's 26. Fast break points, 23-7. We know with Luka, they do like to get up down a bit, but Canada is much younger, more athletic, got up and down. We saw this in the third quarter. They really were pressing, getting turnovers, moving forward. The turnover margin was 11-10. Points off a turnover, Slovenia had more, but those fast breaks was impressive getting forward. With the points off the turnovers, Slovenia had more, but they would get the turnover, go into a set, and do it, while Canada would move, keep going. When we look at the 2-point field goal, Canada at 64%, getting fast break points moving forward. Slovenia at 48% from threes, and free throws 84-81. Look at the box score across the board. Most of Canada's players were playing in the 20 minutes. The starters played the most, of course. So this may hurt them when they go to the semifinals. And then in the finals, by their starters playing so many minutes, When we look at Slovenia, same here. Starters played most of the game, but they were not able to come through. What we talked about as well was Luka and Dylan Brooks both got ejected from the game. Luka got 2 technical fouls, just like an NBA. You're gone. He waved to the refs, waved to executives, money sign. He was not happy. And then for Dylan Brooks, he did his usual antics in the first 3 minutes of the game, booed by local fans, unsportsmanlike conduct, foul on Dragic, blew kisses to the Filipino fans, and he got under Luka's skin. So he's up to his old tricks. We'll see if he how he does on the Rockets doing the same thing. But we'll see if he's able to play in the semifinals because he got ejected. You think he would still be able to, but you may not know. He may get a 1-game suspension, which would be very hurtful to Canada. So that's how you get to the daily schedule of Germany beating Latvia, Canada beating Slovenia. So what games are coming up next? We have the class games. So Italy play Latvia and Lithuania play Slovenia. This is tomorrow. So when you look right here on Thursday, this is the consolation bracket. Now it's about rankings. The winner of Italy, Latvia, and Lithuania, Slovenia will play each other for who will come in 5th and 6th. And the loser of those 2 games will then play for 7th and 8th seed. When we look at the bracket, we talked about USA play Germany and Serbia play Canada. Those games are Friday, 4:45 a.m. for Serbia, Canada, 8:40 a.m. for US, Germany. And then the championship game is Sunday, 8:40 a.m. Winner of USA, Germany, winner of Serbia, Canada, and the 3rd, 4th place game is 4:30 a.m. Of course, we want Team USA. We hope we'll get that W. And Saturday will be the class consolation, those games as well, to find out 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Let's preview Canada versus Serbia and USA versus Germany. Let's start with USA versus Germany. In the World Cup, USA has won each time, 85-65 in 2006, 104-87 in 2002, and 81-68 in 1986. When we look at the team comparison for the tournament, let's look at the shooting percentage. We're shooting 53% while they're shooting 50%. When you look at 2 points, it's basically a push. 3-point, we're a tad higher. Free throw, a tad higher. So shooting-wise, it's very even. We're both shooting the 2 relatively well, both shooting basically 40% from 3. Rebounds, we have 5 more a game. Offensive rebounds the same. So we need to continue to get on the boards. We did a great job of that last game, getting on the fast break, getting offensive rebounds, getting defensive rebounds, which we were not doing the previous games before that. The key stats, points off of turnovers, 23-19. Fast break points, 26-11. So this is where we're going to win the game, getting turnovers, getting on the fast break, or missed shots, moving out, getting going. We know that they have some dogs in Germany, like Schroeder, who likes to get on the fast break, but the collective team is more probably a isolation type of team, so we need to be successful in getting the fast break and moving forward. Points from the bench, 50-480, so we should have a little bit more depth, and we can see that based off of the team stats. So let's make sure to continue to use our depth to our success, keep our starters fresh, and rotate people through the team. When we look at the previous games, again, USA has only lost 1 game this tournament. Germany has not lost this game. USA-Germany played in a preseason game. USA won that game. It was a tight game. It was a fun game. It really taught USA a lot. So we need to make sure that we stay successful and win this game. Preseason means nothing. Now it's when it counts and you're going for that medal. Serbia versus Canada. They've never played in the World Cup before. When we look at the stats, Serbia's shooting 55% from the field while Canada's shooting 50%. 2-point field goal, 67% for Serbia versus 59% for Canada. 3-point, 39-38, Canada winning. And overall free throw, 78-75. So pretty a push. Serbia with the 68% from 2 is big. They are good at getting in the paint. They have big men being able to do post up, drives, get in the paint, and make those easy shots. We look at rebounds, 38-35, pretty much a push. Canada's getting a little bit more offensive rebounds, which may help them. But Serbia is bigger than any team Canada's faced, so they may not be able to get the same offensive rebounds. And overall, we look at the team stats. Points from turnovers, 25-20 for Serbia. Fast break points, 22-15 for Serbia. Points in the paint, 46-36 for Serbia. So they're basically leading all the major categories. Points from the bench, 38-29. Serbia looking like they have the advantage here. When we look at the overall tournament, They both have only lost one game, and they've bounced back in these knockout stages to win the games that they need to do. Again, they have not played in the World Cup before, so now that you have a spot in the championship in the line, who will step up and who will fade? We'll have to find out. In that game, again, both games will be Friday at 4:45 a.m. Serbia, Canada, and 8:40 a.m. USA versus Germany. Thank you for watching the FIBA World Cup Quarterfinals Day 2 recap. Germany, Latvia, Canada, Slovenia. We're now moving to the consolation bracket, ranking 5 through 8, and moving into the semifinals, where we have Serbia, Canada, and then the second semifinal, USA, Germany, for a place in the championship on Sunday. Let's go. This is what we're made for. Sports fans, this is what you love, watching competitive matches, the best in the world, going at it to get that hardware. Stay here and subscribe because we'll keep you updated on all the games moving forward. Of course, key on those USA games, the next two. Let's get it, Team USA. You got it. FIBA World Cup Quarterfinals Day 2 recap out.